I left America because America doesn't serve me. America is tired, damaging, draining. America doesn't care. America is torture. America isn't anything positive in my mind, and I don't feel good being there. So I left America because I wanted peace, happiness, freedom. My name is Alaska, and I live in Da Nang, Vietnam for $800 a month. I'm so valued here. I feel like I'm appreciated. I feel like I'm seen because of the treatment that many of the people in Vietnam give to you. They look at you as a person and not just an object, not a paycheck. They really value your outlook on life. When you come to them, they want you to leave better. What was missing from my life was the chance to actually be feminine, because when you're in the Western world and you're working, you don't have a chance to relax. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. I don't get a chance to just relax at all. And being here actually gave me the time, the freedom, and it just makes me feel so grateful. So my name is Alaska Xavier. I'm 44, gonna be 45 in September, and my occupation is a traveling coach. Gosh, I chose this neighborhood because it's very trendy. It seems like it's busy, but when you get over here, it's pretty quiet. And then I chose the apartment because, for one, the bathtub is glamorous and I'm very bougie. And then the family is just amazing, the owners of the building, so couldn't ask for better. Inside, I was so exhausted. I had no chance to actually rest. I actually felt fatigued, but in my stomach, in my gut. So I don't know how to explain it, but it's like the energy that you feel inside of your gut, it just felt like so much pressure was building up and tension, as if, I ate something bad, but it's just like tying everything up in a knot. And it stayed that way forever since I was in the US. Not there anymore. Hi, Relocated. I'm Alaska. Welcome to my home. Come on in. Let me show you some fun stuff around here about myself. First of all, this is my husband and I, Charlie. He's in the UK right now, but we met years ago on Facebook, and he sent me this for the first time that we started dating with some flowers. It's very sentimental to me. Next, I would like to show you my beautiful shrine over here. This is my beautiful baby Spirit. He's my late baby. He passed away this January. I had him for 15 years. Obviously, that's the bathroom. I do have a washer, and I also have a dryer. I'll show you where it's at. I don't cook, so don't worry about that. Kitchen. This is my living space. I actually can close this. So actually, if you come over here, I'm gonna share my lovely space right here. So this is my living space, but I have some amazing snakeskin purses from my travels around Spain. These are from boutiques. The dryer, as I said, that's nothing special, but I guess it is here in Vietnam. And then this is my workspace. I have amazing views. Again, that's me and my husband. We got married in Paris on the Eiffel Tower. And then this is my favorite part of the whole apartment, is the bath area. It's an outdoor bathtub. Have a look. It's so pretty. This is our beautiful flower, but it's so beautiful, very hard, and it feels good out here. So I love my space. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's very cool in here. It's very bright, lit up. And yeah, this is me. I love it. My electricity is $30. My water is $3. My internet is free. My phone plan is $12. My rent is $500. So all in, my monthly expenses are just under $700, right? I spend about $150 on groceries. For entertainment, I walk to the beach. I love riding the mopeds. I love going to Lady Buddha. I love going to the tourist sites. It's very cheap, and I have just everything around me, so that's my excitement. I think a month on entertainment, I might spend, maybe just $100. I don't own or rent a bike. I spend about $30 a month on transportation. Monthly, I would say I spend nothing over $800. So I use Moretta Pay, which is a great app that allows you to use Apple Pay with your card. And then I use Grab for my transportation, food, market, whatever else. And then I also have a bank out here in Da Nang. No, I don't think I could afford this lifestyle in America. Not without blood, sweat, and tears in the left arm. Yes, I do actually. I can do so much more, so I feel very financially free. I think a lot of people in America have really not realized how expensive life has become. I think they're blinded by it. My life, oh gosh, my life before moving abroad, it was absolutely stressful. Nothing but stress. I even developed a fibroid because of the stress. And what I learned out here through traditional Chinese medicine is that you will develop the stress that you hold on to, and it can come out in a form of a fibroid. So yeah, I just, there's too much stress. My daily routine back at home, work. That was it. You don't get to enjoy life. You have to work, work, work. And then maybe you can have a break, sleep if you get that. My goodness, living in survival mode is like, how many jobs can I get? When is the next meal gonna come in? I can't pay rent at the beginning of the month. Like, I don't know how many times I've had to move and become homeless because the rent has inflated. There's just, there's so many greedy people out there. Nobody cares about you. And, everything I could think of doing to feed my kids and my grandkids and, take care of my family, that is nothing but sleepless nights, That's survival mode. All the trauma that I felt and received in the US, it filled me with fear, for one, but it also filled me with the need and the want to find something more. There's got to be something more than this. That's how I always felt. I never felt safe as a woman. I never felt safe walking around. I don't feel safe for my kids. I don't feel safe walking across the street, and everybody's so angry, and you can just it's something that, doesn't feel good, and you just want to get away from it. I believe that I was searching for peace, just happiness. I didn't feel content in my country, and I didn't feel content in the Western world, period. I think what was missing from my life was the chance to actually be feminine. Because when you're in the Western world and you're working, you don't have a chance to relax. You're a mother. I'm a grandmother. I don't get a chance to just relax at all. And being here actually gave me the time, the freedom. I can sleep in. That doesn't happen. And it just makes me feel so grateful. Vietnam has given me a sense of emotionally, I can actually have my emotions now. I can actually be an emotional person without being looked down upon. I can actually be an emotional woman. I can cry without being looked at like, you need to be strong. I can pour out my heart and people accept it. It's not just some transactional relationships out here. You're building love out here. My goodness, my husband, Charlie, he definitely changed my mindset. He traveled before me, so he was already an experienced traveler. The first time he came to the US was to see me and take me on a date. So he flew 5,000 miles away from the UK to the US to take me on my first date with him. And he showed me just how easy it is if you want it, just how easy it is to go and apply yourself, to not make excuses, and it's right there for you. It's like, it's not hard to go and travel the world. He showed me just how communicating with people in different countries. It was so simple, and we make it so big and hard in our head. We overthink it. So how I met my husband. My husband, actually, we met on Facebook. Before Facebook had a dating app, before they had mutual friends. Somehow magically, before I met him, I said, I wanted to move to England and live in London. And then I would say a year later, my husband messaged me on social media and said, "Hello, miss." And after doing my investigations, because I never say hi to anybody in Messenger, we commented to each other, got in our DMs, like they call it, and hit the first hello, we fell in love. Moving abroad has never changed the aspects of my marriage because we started from abroad. My husband, we met each other on Facebook. He was in the UK, I was in the US. And like I said, 5,000 miles apart, we made it work for the first 2 years. And then we lived together. And then we started traveling the world together. And it's always been like this. So I think it's just a norm for us. Rebuilding my life. Well, at 44 years of age, I would say that a lot of people are scared about rebuilding their life. But to me, it's a renewed feeling. I feel fresh. I feel renewed. My husband, he's very supportive. He was supportive in the first place. He's the reason why I really started traveling the world, because he was very versed in it. He taught me how to assert myself business-wise overseas while traveling. He taught me how to present myself. He's a big brain behind a lot of the things that I do. And it just gave me the confidence to really be okay with, living abroad, especially over here in Vietnam, and cultivating the relationships correctly. And so my husband played a huge part in all of this. He's a genius. He used to have a multi-million-dollar business until the UK did the factory rechange. Like, you can't refactor things anymore. And he did very famous furniture. And then he builds AI behavior intelligence. He's awesome. He's a brain. He's always opening his door to help people. And this is why I like it here, because they appreciated him being here. And that's what I love about here. What are me and Charlie building next? Okay, so we are building a legacy. My husband is a AI engineer developer, and he wants people to understand and how to grow, that there's more than just working your ass off. He wants to teach people how to develop their businesses smarter, more efficient. So I find us, being over here in Asia, Vietnam, connecting with a lot of the, business developers over here and expanding our knowledge, basically embedding our knowledge into their systems over here so that we can expand across the globe. And that will help us connect people and connect the countries together in a more unanimous way. Oh my gosh. So my nervous system, it really has improved since being here. But again, I would say that my nervous system finally calmed down, especially all those knots that I felt in my stomach, the tension, the fear, the frustration, and everything I felt in the US. I believe that finally started going away after a good month and a half here. The moment I noticed that peace that I felt, the calmness, was, I would say, a month in, because when you come over here, you're still tense and you're thinking like an American. You're thinking people are going to treat you like an American. And so you're watching your back constantly. The moment that I walked down the alley in the middle of the night back to my hotel room at that time and had no whistles, no cat calling, it just felt, just the hellos and, the kind welcome of the locals, that's how I knew. There was nothing but peace. That's when I knew. A month later. Oh my goodness. To be soft. I can be a girl again, okay? I can be pretty. I'm not breaking nails trying to really do some manly work. I don't have to, talk aggressively to assert myself or be taken serious. And also just be appreciated as a woman. Like, I feel like there's also Women's Day out here. So just like to be appreciated as a woman that brings in life and not be disrespected, that is the softness comes out. Like when it's given to you, it comes out. Gosh, Vietnam felt so different the moment I arrived, because the cloud that was hanging over me in the US, it was very heavy. It was very depressing. It caused me illnesses within my body because of the negative energy that was going on. And you can tell when something's negative. It's like a gut instinct, you know. So the knots in my stomach, you know, were just very bad. So once I landed, when I got around honestly, after I got off the plane and was greeted, matter of fact, let me back it up. When I got on the plane and the way that they bowed to you on the plane and the way that they treated you on the plane, let my guard down immediately. So I have to say it was on the plane that I felt that. And then when I got off, the greeting was just beautiful. So yeah, I just feel at peace here. So that's what it's giving me. It's giving me so much peace here. I feel like everything about this country has just really changed my life, spiritually, mentally, physically, especially emotionally, because coming here, it's allowed me to just relax. I have been tense for years. I did not realize how much tension I had inside of my body until I arrived here. I have been able to actually release emotions, like from losing my dog Spirit. You know, you don't get a chance to cry, you know, or even think about losing somebody. I've lost so many people along the years in America, and you can't even stop to process it. You have to keep going. There's no room for slacking off in America, because otherwise you're going to be overlooked, you're going to be trampled on, you're going to be forgotten, you know, and they just don't care about you there. So here it's allowed me just a chance to finally unpack. Peace in my life. It looks like tranquility. It looks like friends, family, happiness. It looks like sleeping in whenever I want to, and without judgment as well. Well, I left America because, first of all, I wanted to be with my husband. He's from England. And the only way for us to be together was to be outside of America and outside of England. So in order for us to be together, we started traveling the world, and Vietnam is where we landed after 20 plus countries. Oh my goodness. The difference of living an international lifestyle is just, everything. There's so much at your hands. There's so much to see. There's so many people to meet. I love culture. I love the different foods. I love the different fabrics. I love the structures. And then I love how people really love their home. You know, they really treat you well. They want to teach you if you're open to learning. So I just love everything about it. Travel showed me that there is more to life than just working and dying. You know, there is more to life than just, you know, taking a quick vacation and then coming back to misery. Like, you know, the short vacations, when I tried them, I had never had a vacation, by the way, for years until I hit my 30s. So there you go. It's really hard to go on a vacation. And then to come back to the misery that you are trying to leave from, it just makes you really appreciate traveling the world, all the people in it, how easy life is compared to the hustle and bustle of the US. My accident happened when I was 14 years of age, and a 18-year-old DUI driver actually hit my dad's car. And when it flipped back up the hill 4 times and hit a pole, when it came to a rest, somehow I was the only one in a seatbelt, but I was halfway ejected from the car and sandwiched between the pavement and the car. So my head was underneath the car as it was crushing it and breaking my neck. So at 14 years of age, I didn't know this happened. I was in a coma for 4 days, but when I arrived, I was pronounced dead for 4 minutes. They intercepted my mother's call and told her that she needed to get from Alaska to Seattle, Washington immediately because she needed to say goodbye to her daughter. So my accident has taught me a lot. People didn't accept me because of my accident and the scars on my face, which I'm willing to show. And it took me 40 years to finally let that guard down and just not give a shit about what people thought about my face. And my husband helped me get through that too. Obviously, he loves me because of me, and he looks at the accident as a blessing. So the car, yeah, it crushed my face. I had so many and reconstruct. I had about 12 surgeries. So it goes from here to here, and it goes all the way in my head, and then it splits like that. So I had tubes in my head. I had all kinds of stuff. And I had been looked down upon. I had been gawked and talked shit about and told ugly, all kinds of stuff. So with the scars on my face, I had been talked about very badly. I lost a lot of friends. People looked at me like a freak, and, it took so many years to get through that. Even still, I have some securities because there's an unevenness in my eye. And so I have to figure out ways to make it look even. I've had to figure out ways to maneuver through life without showing it. I used to cover it all the way, and not show anything. Now I slightly cover it, and then sometimes I don't care. I'll put it in a bun because my husband made me feel loved. He made me feel, like he understood what I was going through. And at some point, you just don't give a fuck anymore. You're tired of people judging you, and I had that all my life. For 40 years, I dealt with judgment, and I still do, but I don't care. And the other thing is that it hurt for years. It took a lot to try and be accepted because you're different, And a lot of people don't know, I used to be a published model. I got through with one fucking eye, okay? I used to cover it, and they accepted me as a published model. So I know that if I can do that and get over looking like, to me, I look horrible, but everybody else thought I looked beautiful, until I started uncovering my eyes. And then the true people start accepting you, you'll get through anything. It's okay. If I had to do it again, man, it did make me strong. I am strong, and like I said, when I came here to Vietnam, I was able to just unpack, and let down my guard. And I've been able to help a lot of people out of so many situations because of all the things I've been through. So it's like, on one hand, I would have loved to never have gone through that if I could go back in time. But on the other hand, I wouldn't have saved lives. I wouldn't have helped people. I wouldn't have achieved and accomplished so much with the knowledge I have now based on all I've been through, so it's a catch-22. What's it like living in Vietnam as a curvy figured woman? Oh my gosh. I love it. You know why? Because I feel like I can be natural here and not be gawked at, not be catcalled. I've never been catcalled. The women, they love our bodies. They appreciate us so much. And it's not in a lesbian way. It's in a way that they love that we're just natural, okay? And they're appreciated out here. And no, I don't have men staring back and forth. So I really appreciate that I can just be myself, although I have extra. It's so funny. Being a full-figured woman in Vietnam is so funny because when you pass through the markets or any place like that, the ladies, not the men, the ladies will come up and they're like, oh my gosh, and they'll look at your culo, because I'm Spanish, and they'll be like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And you don't get that in the U.S. I mean, if anything, it's like they don't want you to be natural in the U.S. Like, everything about me is natural. Here, they are okay with you being natural, and they don't tell you to go and get your body fixed or anything like that. So I love the appreciation of being a natural, wholesome woman. Oh, I feel like I'm so valued here. I feel like I'm appreciated. I feel like I'm seen. Because of the treatment that many of the people in Vietnam give to you. They look at you as a person and not just an object, not a paycheck, not this thing that's going to keep them living. They really value your outlook on life. They value how they left you. So when you come to them, they want you to leave better. I would say that. Oh my gosh, random acts of kindness, yes. And I can tell you so many things that I've experienced myself. I think that they're just so kind and wanted to help you, period. So, and they don't charge you. Like, for instance, I needed help because I was lost and I needed some instructions on how to communicate where I was going. There's a person that spoke Vietnamese and a little bit of English, and they helped me with one of the vendors that I was trying to get to. And I tried to give them a tip and they said, no, they didn't want any money. And then there was another thing, like they just never want you to pay them. And I'm like, how do you work? Anyhow, in the US, they would have taken your money, taken your car, taken your life. But the other thing is the laundry service here. You see this ring my husband got me? It's thousands of dollars. And I left my ring in my robe, sent it off to the laundry service without realizing that it was in my robe. 24 hours goes by and I realized I left my ring in my robe. I contacted the laundry service. The next morning they brought my ring back to me. So that's why Vietnam. I think that it's definitely harder for a person to be Black in America because of how America was built on slavery, you know. And yes, slavery exists everywhere, but it's very okay in America. And even today, it's becoming even more prominent that it's never left and it's okay. And then as soon as you come to Vietnam, they love you. They care about you. They don't care what complexion you are. And on top of that, I feel like they embrace you more because of this complexion, because you understand what they have gone through as well. Going through homelessness is not for the weak. And a lot of people will give up. Being a mom, you have no choice. You will fight until you can't fight anymore. And being homeless, not only did it teach me survival, but when I come to a place like Vietnam and I can afford to live here, and even just a room, you know, that I can afford to live in, and I see all the people out here that are just, they're innovative, you know, like it doesn't, I feel like I really value the fact that not only did I go through homelessness, but I learned a lot on how to maintain myself. It taught me how to protect myself during my travels as well, and be smart about it, street smarts, you know? So I'm never gonna give up, and I think that it taught me a lot. Because I had been there for so many years, and even while being in survival mode, I was helping women. And I was helping women understand that it's not the end, it's not it, there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I have to say that I have found safety in traveling. I've been more safe in travel, and especially in Vietnam, than I have ever been in the US. And that says a lot. You know, when I go there, even now to visit my family, I do not feel safe. As a woman, as a mom, and even, you know, as a grandmother. Just walking the street, I don't feel safe, okay? If I go to the store, I don't feel safe. Cat called all the time, you know? And I have been, you know, violated. So I understand completely what it means to be a woman, being in fear, living in fear, and not sure where to go. But all you have to do is really get around, you know, support systems. Create your own family. You ain't gotta worry about your family. Create your own family. That's what I've been doing, okay? And I create my friends, my family. I create my outlets. Create your life, okay? Don't wait for somebody to do it for you. I think that people misunderstand relocation because they are told that it's going to be so expensive. They allow people to get in their minds. You know, they don't do the research and they don't understand where to look and how to communicate with people. And I think that their concept of relocating is, you know, oh my gosh, it's like, you know, doom and gloom. They can't afford the entire family moving. The flights are so expensive. They can't move over there because they have to have a visa, or, you know, they just make up all the stories before even understanding, you know, that it's really not expensive. I've dropped everything and sold everything to move with just $800 in my pocket, you know, and so it's very possible to rebuild your life overseas. Vietnam definitely changed my relationship with work. Before, it was like, get clients, work hard, work until you know, can't work anymore. You don't need to sleep. Rest is overrated. And now when I've come here, being here, you see how the people work throughout the day. They find a way to rest throughout the day. They'll lay on their motorbikes out here, okay? They'll be laying in the markets. They have the little benches that they lay on, and they value their sleep, their rest. It's so important. So it made me realize just how important that is, not overworking, and that allows me to produce more quality services to my clients. Wow, professional culture here is it's amazing. People are serious about work. They'll show up, so they're not going to stand you up. And they're punctual. I would say they're very punctual. They are very effective here, and they take you serious. They value what you can bring to them. They don't just shoot you off or whatever, slag you off, however you want to call it. And they really want to know what you can do to help them and how they can connect with you. I have brought so much positive clients, because I'm very specific when I bring clients that don't bring outside attitude or entitlement from the other countries, especially the US. So when I bring them the good clients, I see how rewarding it is. I see that they're respected, and they really come back and appreciate me. The salon, the eyelash place, the massage place. Like, they want to reward me by giving me free massages and services, and and I tell them, no, you don't have to. They never try to charge me, so I don't want to charge them back. And I believe in and I guess the Hermetic principles, the pendulum when it swings. Like, I believe in good karma, so I believe that's what it's given back to me, and it's also given it to them because now a lot of expats are going to them. I think the biggest misconception that Americans have about living abroad is they think they can't afford it. They think it's too expensive. They think that it's dirty, like their country's not. And they feel like because they don't speak the language, it's going to be too hard for them. And it's really not hard at all. There's so much information. We're in the age of information. So if they could just slow down, realize that there are people like myself that help people travel the world. And there's apps, there's AI, there's all kinds of stuff that helps you. So I think that they just have a common misconception without looking into it further. Oh my gosh, I think that a lot of Americans, their misunderstanding about Vietnam is the war. I think they're so stuck on the war and how badly they got beat that they think that it's just a third world country, that it's dirt everywhere, trash everywhere, poor people everywhere, when actually it's really not. It's really happy people everywhere, clean people. I mean, look at my apartment. They did this. If you're watching this show and you're thinking about relocating, stop thinking about it and do it. It's so important to understand that there's more than just the country you live in. There's more than just the US. There's so many people to connect with, and they're good people. Okay, not everybody's bad. I know the US shows you that. I know there's a lot of propaganda on TV. Don't listen to it. You can only listen to, people that have explored the world already. You can only connect if you've done it yourself. And so my saying is, I never listen to anybody that doesn't have a passport, okay? If I had to do it again, man, it did make me strong. I am strong, and like I said, when I came here to Vietnam, I was able to just unpack, and let down my guard. And I've been able to help a lot of people out of so many situations because of all the things I've been through. So it's like, on one hand, I would have loved to never have gone through that if I could go back in time. But on the other hand, I wouldn't have saved lives. I wouldn't have helped people. I wouldn't have achieved and accomplished so much with the knowledge I have now based on all I've been through, so it's a catch-22. I love who I am now. I didn't love me before. I hated me before. My advice to those that are watching, I would say, take that chance. Listen to the people that are helping you, okay? And if you don't have anybody that's telling you about, leaving that country that you're in and exploring the world and finding, where you want to be, especially in Vietnam, then, listen to people like me who are helping you. Leave. Don't stay stuck. Don't let people talk you out of your blessings, okay? Because they will do that because they're miserable. So don't allow the misery to keep you stuck. Explore the world. The advice that I would give to my girl, you know there's a whole world out there. Don't listen to not one other person tell you you can't do it ever again. And, research and try to get the hell out of the US. There's so much around the world to explore. There's so many amazing people in this world. And if you stay stuck, you're never gonna grow. You're never gonna experience life. The world is meant to roam. So take you, your lovely self, your knowledge, and learn along the way and go. Take everything and go. No apologies. I left America because I am not, let me think about that really quick. I left America because America doesn't serve me. America is tired. America is damaging. America is draining. America doesn't care. America is torture. America isn't anything positive in my mind, and I don't feel good being there. So I left America because I wanted peace, happiness, freedom.